Let's come to one mid-cap stock which is on our radar today. That's Monnet Ispat. Joining us is the group CFO, Ajay Bhat. Ajay, good morning. Thank you very much for joining us. Just tell us, what is the status of your stake in Orissa Sponge? Have you all come to any conclusion with Bhushan, and are you on the verge of selling it?
Well, we have been discussing with them. We hold about 35% stake in the company along with Mohanty's. Mohanty's hold about 22%. So this 58% stake that we are in discussion with Bhushan, and we want to exit this company because they are in Odisha, and we have stated in the past there have been some legal disputes between Bhushan's and Mohanty's and the company, and it has been going on for the last 2 or 3 years. And commercially also, we have evaluated the proposal. It makes more sense for Bhushan's to acquire this company, and the discussions are at the advanced stage. I think we should be able to conclude something over the next 30 days.
So Bhushan is buying both y'all and Mohanty out?
Yeah.
Okay. And any ballpark valuation that you can give us?
No, we have not reached any valuation figures, frankly. Right now, it would be difficult for me to talk about anything. The difficulty is that, the steel is in a very, very bad shape today. And every company, they have to tie up money. And unless they tie up the money, there are no commitments either from their side nor from our side. So the deal will fructify only once there is a clarity and visibility in terms of the availability of the money from their side. So the timeline is, they have suggested us, would be something like September or maybe October, by which time and then we can sit down and actually sort it out.
Okay, but there are some, reports suggesting that your stake, this 35% stake that you own, could be valued at around 750 crores. Is that a reasonable assumption?
Well, if you value the company, it definitely carries a value, because it's a huge mine, about 175 million tons of iron ore reserves, and it doesn't have any debts. The debts are just about 200 crores, or even in the current downturn of the industry, if you value this company, the valuation could be in the region of around 4,000 to 5,000 crores.
Oh.
But having said that, frankly, there are speculations around about any number, but I wouldn't be able to actually talk about any number right now. I'm sorry for that.
It's a functioning mine.
We have not frozen anything, so you can speculate anything. Yeah, sorry.
Is it a functioning mine?
It is not a functioning mine, but it has received most of the approvals. It is currently under the forest approval stage, and we believe that over the next 8 to 9 months, or max within 12 months, we should be closer to signing the mining lease.
Okay, but you are under
for an iron ore mines. Yes.
Yeah, please go ahead. For iron ore mines.
So for an iron ore mine, the gestation period for the development is not long. Once you sign the mining lease, you can extract the iron ore over a period of 6 months.
Okay.
So basically, from here you are just 18 months away from the iron ore. And as I told you, it's a very beautiful mine.
Okay.
The reserve, the grade is quite high, and the capital investment is very low.
Yeah.
So it is beneficial for anybody
Ajay,
to acquire, and for particularly for Bhushan's, it could be a good value add.
Yeah, Ajay, but you have a huge debt. Your consolidated net debt, I understand, as of March 2015 was 9,700 crores. Even in July, your debt, we have a number of 7,600 crore. What is your debt? And aren't you in CDR talks, debt restructuring talks with the banks?
Well, yeah, debt is a problem today, not with us, but it's a problem with the entire industry now. So we are talking about, the company is under corrective action plan with the lenders, and we did one round of refinancing of the loans. And we are contemplating some sort of a restructuring will have to be done, but it's not final as of now. So we'll have to go for final sort of restructuring, because today the industry dynamics have completely changed, and we believe that they are going to stay for a very foreseeable future.
Yeah.
It's not a temporary slum.
Correct. But for the restructuring,
the steel industry is going through a complete revamp.
Yeah, but for the restructuring, you have to bring in your own money, promoter money.
Inevitable, but so that is why what we are doing, we are divesting our stake in the power. We have signed an MOU with JSW Steel, and we are divesting our power asset we are divesting our Orissa Sponge assets. So that's how we are trying to bring in
that is the
money or
point.
reduce
No,
our
Ajay, that's
in
the point.
company.
Okay, can you just give us some numbers? What exactly is your total debt? What has to be the promoter contribution in the CDR?
Well, I'm not talking about CDR. We are not talking about CDR right now, but let me give you an overview of the debt. Our consolidated debt was about 11,000 crores, including power. So out of which we have signed an MOU with JSW Steel, and they have concluded the diligence by now. Hopefully that deal should be going through. They have prepared a plan of refinancing the debt, and they are before the lenders right now. And if that gets concluded, so we'll be off with a liability of 4,000 crores of debt of the power company. So that will reduce our debt to about 7,000 crores in steel. Now in steel, we are contemplating some sort of a restructuring. Refinancing part is done. Our repayment obligations, most of the repayment obligations are away by about 2 years from now. So the challenge is to meet the interest obligations and also some of the repayment obligations that are going to come over the next 12 months. So for that, restructuring package is being worked out. We have not finalized it now, so we'll do that. Now, as far as your question of promoter contribution is concerned, I told you, so we will have the money coming in from the sale of the equity of the power and Orissa Sponge, and that all we have committed to the lenders would go for the reduction of the debt in the Monnet Ispat.
Okay, I just wanted to, come back to that point you were making about the total value of the OSIS asset, which is 4,000 to 5,000 crores, you said, which is, I think, much higher than what the street was expecting. So that would mean your 35% stake is valued at around 1,700 crores?
No, that is my, I told you my point of view about the valuation. I wouldn't say that this is the valuation market is giving today. Unfortunately, given the conditions in the steel industry and given the conditions in the mining industry, definitely the value would be much lower. But I would definitely believe that the intrinsic valuation of the company would still be pegged at that level. Because, the question is not of valuation based on what the reserves are. There is a strategic interest to the mine.
Okay.
The strategic interest gets derived from the simple fact that there are no other reserves available around.
What?
So for anybody to have this, so there is a strategic premium.
Ajay, what Sonia is
now,
asking
get this premium or not, it's...
What Sonia is asking is that if you are in conversation with your lenders, you can't endlessly wait. I mean, you also are in a sense a distressed seller. So, can you really expect 1,700 when the market is giving you these valuations and the lenders want you to restructure and get you the promoter money?
Well, we are not waiting, Lata. As I told you, power deal is already signed and Orissa Sponge we are very close by next month.
Okay.
Okay, we are not waiting. We had given a timeline of September or October.
Okay.
So the deals are happening. One deal has happened and another deal is happening over the 30 days. We are just passing at a very brisk stage.
Okay.
And you have to appreciate the fact that the conditions, overall conditions in the economy and the industry have been very, very bad in the last few months. For anybody to take a decision of buying an asset, so now he has to be prepared with the money.
Yep.
Question is not we are ready to sell, but somebody has to be ready to buy. And for him to buy any asset, he needs money, and arrangement of money takes time these days.
Okay.
So M&A deals are not, in this industry, are quite tough. They are time consuming.
So just fine.
So that is the reality. We need to accept it.
Can you just give us the date of when we can see the closure of this JSW Energy deal?
Hopefully, by or before December, it will be. It should be through.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Ajay. Out of time. Thank you very much for sparing time for us. Okay, let's invite Tushar Mahajan because FNO